afraid of sharks?
No, I just think about them when I'm on the beach.
Sounds like you're afraid.
That little guy there is you. She points to the little stick figure in the shark's mouth.
Brad.
Caitlin runs her hands over the drawing, buried back in the sand, and looks at her friend. I think she's out now, pointing at her friend laying next to her. Caitlin nudges her friend laying in the bed. Her friend moves a bit, rolls over and lays on the towel, intoxicated. Caitlin smiles and looks out at the water.
How do you know each other?
We went to high school together. And don't worry, this isn't our first time passed out on the beach. We know how to take care of ourselves. Michael smiles. There's a pause as they listen to the sound of the water and crackle of the fire. Some people are yelling and laughing in the distance. Caitlin rubs her head and face as she's fighting off a bit of intoxicated dizziness. Michael leans back to look at the sky. Caitlin takes out her phone and takes a photo of the beach. Michael looks at her as she does this, and he's trying to think of the next thing to say.
Where are you going next?
Well, we talked about continuing to New Mexico. She mentioned to a friend in Angel Fire starting up a local newspaper that might pay for a bit. She studied journalism, so I think she could help out there. I might find a job at the park or something for the summer.
I really need to find a job like that. Last summer I just ended up staying around my hometown. At least I'm traveling this year.
Some loud yelling can be heard now.
Feeling a bit more in the moment at least.
Suddenly, a drunk guy comes stumbling through the backyard with sand in his mouth, drawing their attention. The drunk guy is yelling loudly, distracting them, but he passes by without getting too close. His friend catches him as he falls off on his shoulder. The sunset swells up on the beach and is very pretty. Michael uses the pause in the conversation to adjust his camera and points at the sunset. Why do you carry that around with you everywhere? She points at his camera.
I like to feel like I have a project while I'm traveling.
Photography is your project here?
Actually, I'm taking a time lapse. My project is making a video of the trip.
As Michael pauses and thinks, Caitlin's about to say something, but Michael speaks first.
I put the camera away sometimes, don't worry. I just don't really like parties, so I thought this would be more interesting. You took a picture earlier too?
It's just a little strange, you know? Who's gonna watch these videos?
Well, I'm hoping to build up a following on YouTube.
How's that going?
Right now, like 50 followers.
Hey, gotta start somewhere.